Greetings and salutations to all you folks out there. Sorry I haven't been around the last couple of days, but I was feeling substantially under the weather. But I am back today. I am highly medicated, over-caffeinated, and I've slept 1 out of the last 3 days. So right now, I feel good, and I feel like I can bring you a cast to the best of my abilities. We're going to have a game today between the Red Viper and Calvarox. This is a Cybern versus UEF match on Vya-3. Now, this map is fantastic. It has a ton of reclaim, wide open spaces for battles. You've got strategic options with these valleys and cliffs here. Your point defense placement matters, your unit mix matters, and there is plenty of areas to get around the backside of your opponent and in to do some damage, which is the specialty of the Cyberns, of course. I'm going to go ahead and dive right in here, try to get into this action and see if we can follow everything. Red Viper looks like he's going first land, second air, jumping into the manual reclaim here with his engineers. He's going to suck up as much of that early mass as he can to give himself a boost right off the bat. Calvarox looks like he's doing the same thing, but with 2 engineers instead of 1. There is a second engineer. Looks like it's going to be about the same. Got an attack move order on that one there to pick up those rocks. Calvarox is determined to outdo the Red Viper. He is showing off that APM to try and manual reclaim the rest of that. Calvarox is going second air as well, which is pretty common on a map this size. You're going to want to throw up that first bomber and hopefully deny some expansion for your enemy. However, you do not want to fly over the center of this map because there are 4 anti-air emplacements right in the middle here, along with a ton of point defense. This is a fairly well protected civilian base, and the only thing of note in here is this little booger right here. That is a Tech 3 mass fabricator, which has an insane amount of mass in it. You do want to reclaim that if and when you are able. However, the rest of these buildings, they do give you a few mass, but it's not really worth the bother if you're focusing on other things. We have a striker out protecting this engineer. Mole zipping its way across. Striker is going to pounce on that, and then this bomber is going to head northwards. Red Viper did not go first bomber, and he's going double interceptor to try and kill this bomber, and that was a failed drop right there. Why did that not drop? That would have been an awesome engineer to kill. This bomber's going to come in, hover for a second, waiting on a move order, and then immediately get shot down. This striker was able to kill his Mantis, but the engineer did die, unfortunately, and then we're going to see a little bit of Mantis Micro over here trying to escape that striker. The striker is going to win with 12 health remaining. Quite an impressive little feat for the UEF striker. Not sure if that was bad micro or epic luck, one or the other, but that was a neat little engagement. Nonetheless, Calvarox complaining about mass stalling. He has 1,200 mass reclaimed, pulling in 16 at the moment and trying to build factories, and it's not going well for him. Red Viper, on the other hand, has mass to spare. Looks like he's sitting on 25 income, built a few extra mass extractors before he started his factory spam, and he has reclaimed not quite double at 2,900. So that is a very good place to be. He has done a better job of expanding. However, facepalm alert, going to run his Mantis directly into a civilian turret. That is going to lose him 2 out of 5, and the rest of them do not look very healthy at all. Those things are going to run southward. Hopefully they can get a couple of kills, but that was, I know these players know this map. That was not smart at all. These Mantis are going to pick up a Lobo, a radar, and looks like a couple of engineer kills, and then they are going to immediately get butchered by some healthy and lively UEF forces, not having run into a point defense before they entered the engagement, which is always a good thing to do. I mean, it's not like when you're going out to ride a BMX track, you would pre-bash your knee. You know, you just kind of want to enter it in the best health that you possibly can in order to succeed, and apparently the Red Viper does not feel the same. Got some Mantis running around the outside edge as we were talking. As we were talking about, the prime advantage of the Cyberns is being an absolute royal pain in the neck. Cybern excels at that, and Red Viper is trying to fulfill that to the best of his abilities, but unfortunately he keeps running his Mantis into things. This time it was an ACU. although I'm not sure that he had that ACU scouted. Calvarox pushing his ACU to the right in order to secure that expansion a little bit easier. Of course, the ACU is a powerful combat tool in the early game. ACU's worth about 20 Tech 1 tanks, depending on your micro and whether or not you have overcharge. Throw a gun on that thing and you can beast the ever-living daylights out of 50 or so tanks before you have to start worrying about it, as long as you don't get swarmed. You can pick up veterancy, you can kite them, and everything turns out well. Mantis coming in on the left side. These little guys are going to meet some resistance though, but trying to use the hill, and brilliantly done. They're going to separate the group of strikers on this hill and then come back to the north and kill off the fewer numbers of tanks after they were separated. That was a brilliant little bit of micro there. I love that, Viper. Unfortunately, you did not take advantage of the little leg up that you received and instead stuck around and donated all of that mass to Calvarox, something that you do not want to do to a UEF opponent. Calvarox is now sitting pretty on 24,000 reclaim. Red Viper lagging behind somewhat at 19,000. Oh, pardon me. I meant to hit the mic mute. I have been sick, but I do have a new set of headphones. I've finally replaced my broken pair, as any of you who have watched my check-in videos have seen. I have been using a pair of Turtle Beaches with a pencil taped to the side to hold the earmuff shut. And I finally picked up a Comp Series, a set of Steel Series headphones. I love these things. They're so comfy to wear. But the mic switch, unfortunately, is fairly smooth, and I've not gotten the hang of tripping it yet. So I do apologize for that. Looks like Calvarox is doing a really good job of securing map control. He does have Tech 2 on the field, as does the Red Viper, but Calvarox got it first. He does have a superior number of pillars out, and that is going to be a fantastic tool to use to lay waste to these armies of Mantis that are pestering him from the sides. Now, UEF, as Cybern, you do not want UEF to tech up, because UEF is going to be more powerful than you are as the game goes on. So this is turning into a bad situation. At several turns, the Red Viper has donated a lot of mass to Calvarox. And while I think Red Viper is doing a better job of reclaiming the map initially, there's not as much mass in the terrain as there is in all of these units that are being tossed about willy-nilly. So this could rapidly turn into a horrendously cataclysmic event if he continues to hand mass over this way. Calvarox is 7,000 reclaim ahead, and all it would take is one more engagement donating 4,000 or 5,000 mass to give him that Tech 3 upgrade, and that would be well on the way towards the end of it all for him. Looking like Calvarox is ahead in eco regardless, pulling in a good solid 140-ish number mass-wise, popping up to 156 there. Red Viper lagging behind somewhat in the 120s range. Kind of hard to tell there because there's so much reclaim going on. Vipers have hit the field. These things are amazing, and if you do not move your units around, they will get plastered by those things. I'm disappointed. Cerberus turrets firing directly into the ground, being next to useless. Cerberus turrets are incredibly weak to begin with, but then couple that with the fact that you place them in between two hills, and they can't fire behind them, they can't fire in front of them, and if the units get around this way, they can hide from the turrets, and those are pretty much the most useless Cerberus turrets you've ever seen. You got a push from Calvarox. There are not enough combat units here in the north. They are sitting here stockpiling. I'm not sure what the Red Viper has planned for those, but apparently he wants to hang on to them for some unknown reason. Titans have hit the field. We do have Tech 3 units out for Calvarox and a Strat Bomber. He has teched like there is no tomorrow. There we go. That time I remembered the mute. Strat Bomber headed across the field. It is going to hit some mass extractors. Pop goes the mass extractor and did not get the second bomb off. So many interceptors there. Have a strong little push here for the Red Viper coming down in the center, trying to get in and kill that build power. Unfortunately, there is a Percival. There are 3 Titans, 4 Titans, and a whole lot of pillars. And that is the mass donation that I was talking about earlier. Here comes another Strat Bomber. That mass donation is going to kill the Red Viper. I predict this. Red Viper is going to die as a direct result of that mass donation. Strat Bomber is continuing its rampage, killing off all these mass extractors. Red Viper's trying to reclaim as best he can, pulling in 41,000, but 57 now for Calvarox, and growing rapidly. Now, interesting note here. Let me find a Tech 2 engineer. Here is one. Let's do this. This badly placed Cerberus turret, pro tip, you can actually build point defense on top of the hill. And if you build the point defense on top of the hill, you have this brilliant overview of all of the terrain all the way around you, unless you get units in this little blind spot right here. But when that happens, the units can't fire at you either, and they're out of range, so that is totally okay. Cerberus turrets here should be up here, and that would have done worlds of good. This map can actually support some strategic use of point defense because of the many choke points. So I'm not entirely against building point defense here. You just have to watch your locations. Locations are critical, and this is the epitome of a bad location for a point defense. Alrighty, got some Tech 3 massing now for Calvarox. He is throwing out Flak and the Tech 3 mobile anti-airs, and that is going to give him an even stronger stranglehold on air. He does have a superior number of ASF. I'm surprised we haven't seen another Strat Bomber or 2 from him, to be completely honest. Got Tech 3 scouts all over the field running for intel. Let's see, 63,000 reclaim to 47,000 now. Reclaim numbers still spiking upwards, and these 2 engineers out here are just having a heyday. They have definitely paid for themselves, reclaiming in the face of the UEF monstrosity, but finally those Titans are going to take notice and push forward and obliterate the face off of that Tech 1 engineer. How dare he come and steal our mass? We must overkill him with the most vicious means possible. Got a little engagement here. Calvarox is getting a bit spread, and the Red Viper is keeping his units clumped. That is going to give him an advantage, but unfortunately there is a vastly inferior number of units there, and our handy-dandy point defense are once again firing into the ground here. Looks like UEF is actually going to stall momentarily, and the point defense are finally effective. But as we all know, Cerberus turrets suck. You see, plinky, 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 plink. It's like shooting someone with a pea gun while they're wearing Kevlar. It just does not work out for you. Although if the UEF is going to be kind enough to just sit here and soak damage, I guess it will work out for you in the end. We've got a Monkey Lord! How did I miss that? We've got Strat Bombers coming in to kill it. 3 of them. This thing has already picked up a couple of vet. That Monkey Lord is going to have to be incredibly careful. It already skirted all of these Percivals, but if it is not careful, it is going to get murdered by the ever-powerful UEF Tech 3 units. Now, it has a clear shot directly into the base. Why is the Red Viper not pushing this Monkey Lord into the base? There is so much power down there to kill. There are so many good targets to take out, but he is going to bring that Monkey Lord northward. Now, I can kind of understand this, I suppose, because there is a large invading force heading towards his base, and I'm sure he wants to prevent that from going anywhere. Looks like we're going to have an engagement down here. Clumping his units together, the Red Viper is once again going to be able to take out the spread out UEF forces, and this Monkey Lord is going to finish mopping up those Percies and pick up some more vet. That is a 5 vet monkey, I do believe. Yes, it is. That is as powerful as it is going to get. And Strat Bombers. That is not good. I thought that all of these units would very easily take all of these guys out, but now there are 4 Percivals and a Strat Bomber pounding down on those units, although I think there are enough left over, I think, to take those out. They are going to run, and the Monkey Lord is trekking its way back southward. Looks like there is another Monkey Lord building up here. Strat Bombers are a problem, though. Calvarox has firm air control, and it looks like he is going to Strat Bomb the Red Viper to death, but the Red Viper has actually done something that I didn't think was possible. He has re-secured land control from a Tech 3 UEF opponent as Cybran, but race against time. We got a Monkey Lord going into the base and Strat Bombers. The Strat Bombers are going to take it. Oh, that was close. Closer than I would have thought it would be, considering the events that led up to this. Well done by both of these guys. Way to pull it out, Red Viper. Solid play from Calvarox. And I just noticed something else that I had missed. We have a nuke down here. That is probably the reason that the Red Viper was able to take back land control, because this is going to be, what, 15,000 total mass invested to get that nuke launcher up and loaded. So Calvarox was feeling a little overconfident, but he was able to pull it out with those Strat Bombers. Alrighty guys, that is going to wrap it up for this game. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. If you liked it, leave a like, leave a subscribe, and recommend it to a friend. I would greatly appreciate it.